I don't really know how to process this. In addition to writing books, reading books, reviewing books, talking about books, making videos about books, doing One Chapter Wonder, I'm also a Twitch streamer somehow in that time, and it's been going well. I've got a lovely audience now, a fantastic community, and it's all just vibing really well. What consistently throws me about Twitch is the generosity of the people you meet on there. There's been a few instances where I have just been absolutely gobsmacked with the generosity of people I've met over the internet, people who watch my streams, and it has kind of just all culminated lately into what happened on Thursday night. So I'd had a pretty bad day at work. There's nothing awful about my job, it's just a really busy time for us, and I'm kind of like stressed to the max at the moment. And then Thursday night I came home and there was a box on my doorstep, and it was my entire Amazon wish list. Now, I know who's done this, um, and I'm very, very grateful. I don't know how many messages I can send before it gets worn out that I'm extremely grateful, but it was the entire wish list, which was a fair whack of books. So today's unboxing video is going to be my TBR for like the next year. So this box included Saw Kill Girls by Claire Legrand. I've been wanting to read this since Yasmin the Reader got me onto it. It looks fantastic. I don't actually know too much about it because that's how I like to keep my reading these days, but I just love that cover. This is stuff that I had on my wish list that I was like, oh yeah, I'll buy a book per month, and I'll have like a steady flow of new books arriving at my doorstep. So I'm really, really excited to read that. I'm going to create like a pile here. It's probably going to collapse on me at the very end, but it's going to be amazing. Next is The 10th Girl by Sarah Faring. I'm so sorry. I'm all flustered and didn't do any research on these books. But it's gorgeous. I've seen this all over Twitter, which is why I ended up on the to read list. It is just absolutely stunning. And I'm gonna need to buy more fucking bookshelves now. Like, I'm gonna have to do my other wall because I wasn't expecting this many books. Next is one that I'm really excited for. I would call this my most anticipated book of 2019. That is Wilder Girls by Rory Power. I have been following this since people were reviewing arcs of it. So to have this in hardback in my living room, it's just so exciting. Like, it was when I opened this box and I remembered all the stuff that I had on my wish list. It was like a little kid on Christmas morning. I was just giggling away and crying a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you, because these books are just so gorgeous, and they're all hardbacks. Hardbacks are a bit of a luxury that I've let myself indulge in lately because I'm apparently all about the presentation of a book. 2019 has been a year of facing some things for me. One, I don't like ebooks. I think it's just time to call it that. I did something similar in my August wrap-up video, but ebooks and me, we don't gel. I will read them if it's the only format that a book I want to read is in, but hardback is my preferred, and I've just got a box of them and I'm so happy. Next is something I'm also really excited for. I can't remember which booktuber in particular got me excited for this one, but that is The Devouring Grey by Christine Lynn Herman. All the reviews I've watched of you guys doing this on BookTube is just getting me so hyped. And I was like, yeah, I'll buy it one day. I'm really keen for it, but I probably need to save up some money before I could just spend money on books. And here you are. And the book is gorgeous inside and out. Look, look at these chapter headings. Holy shit. Oh, I just feel like this just suits my look today. Maybe this will be the thumbnail. Fuck. The next one is something that I'm also really excited for. If I didn't have Wilder Girls lined up ready to go, I'd be reading this one next because you guys have got me so excited for it. And that is Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. And again, I saw this in Dimmicks and I'm like, I would love to buy this, but I don't have the cash for a hardback at the moment. It's here. I'm kind of just struggling with the fact that all these books I've like loved and coveted all year are just here on my shelf ready to go. I hate that guy. So yeah, just the fact that I was willing to be patient and kind of get really excited about these books as they arrived, to get like a whole parcel of them, I nearly died. So I'm really, really excited for this one. I know it's about libraries, I know it's about haunted grimoires, and I have seen some amazing reviews of it, so I'm just excited. You know, as a library officer, books about libraries are my jam, so I don't feel like there's enough fantasy libraries in the world. That is an attractive fucking stack. The last book on my wish list was kind of a not nostalgic. Come on. I can't think of the words, but the last one on my list wasn't a book that I was like desperately wanting to read. It's not a new release. It's actually my favorite technical writing book, which is The Magic Words by Cheryl B. Klein. I bought this from a bookshop in 2017 and lent it out, and again, never had it returned. As I watch my videos back, I realize that is a recurring theme, so I ain't lending books to people anymore, ever. So this book is all about, it's a technical writing book about writing for young adults and children. She does a fantastic job of explaining like thematic purpose and stuff like that. It was kind of the first time, it's going to sound really dumb, but it was kind of the first time when I read this that I understood that books had to have more than just a story. There had to be themes, there had to be elements that the reader could connect with subconsciously. So she did a really good job of breaking all that down for a numpty like me, and kind of making it really easy to pick out what themes would be suited to your book, what you're probably writing without realizing it. There's also a bunch of cute little exercises and stuff in here, and I had written the first draft of Her Crown of Fire, and then read this book, and then went back and redrafted it. So reading this book, in a way, got me to sell my debut. So this is a fantastic book, and to have it back in my library after having missed it for so long, I don't know, I'm a little emotional about it. It's a book that means a lot to me. It's a book that served me really well, and to be reunited with a copy of it is just kind of indescribable a little bit. So that is my stack. I don't deal with compliments. I don't deal with good reviews. I don't deal with donations very well. So when people donate biddies, or they subscribe to me on Twitch, or they gift so many subs, Lily, I don't know how to handle it, and then stuff like this happens, and I'm just like, so I'm struggling a little bit to accept it. There's no way I can send it back, which is almost by design, I think. So I'm struggling a little bit to understand why someone would do this for me. I hope it's obvious how uncomfortable I am, because I'm just looking out the window like, what the fuck? I can't stop moving my hands. I'm just absolutely blown away by the generosity of people I've met online. And I obviously am referring to gifts, both monetary and books, all the other stuff you guys have sent me, but I'm also referring to how kind and lovely and friendly all of you have been. My entire Twitch community is just made up of the most incredible people. And to have that is kind of, it's very, very special. I don't take it lightly. So when I say gifts, I don't just mean all that stuff that I said before, but the fan art and the reminding me of how many days it is until my book comes out. Thank you to you, Wanderer, for that. 2019 has been a weird year, but it's also been the best year of my life, and it's 100% because of the people that I've met. And I don't know how to end this video, and I can feel myself blushing. So before I do a very typical Renee blush, I'm gonna sign off. I'm going to eventually do more to read lists, but Her Crown of Fire comes out in 2 weeks, and I'm at a conference for a little while, so this time of year for me is just a bit nuts. Thank you guys so much. I'm probably going to go stream now, so I'll see you on Twitch. Bye.